Today we are talking about you and what you want. We have to create practices that we really enjoy working in and that we really feel is based on our values, our ideas, and what we want to achieve in our life. So we, just like we do with our clients, we have to design our practice ourselves. We cannot carry on creating the same kind of practice that we have done for the past 100 years. One of the things with the profession is that what we're trying to do is put a plaster over the cracks that we have got with the accounting profession, and we're trying to mend something that actually should completely change. We should change the way that we're delivering our services. We should change the way that we are perceived by our audience. The accounting profession is absolutely vital to the lifeblood of a business, and we need to up-level the profession. It's as simple as that. We as a group all need to step up. You as accountants and bookkeepers and financial coaches need to step up level your practice one at a time, and then the whole profession will up level then. Now the thing is, if you want to be the cheapest, you have to be the cheapest for that marketing tactic to work. You have to be the absolute rock bottom. So if you try and compete on price, you have to say, do you know what? I'm just going to totally and utterly compete on price. I'm going to be the cheapest. But if you're not the cheapest, you're then just trying to fight in a pool, a Red Sea ocean of lots of other accountants and bookkeepers and financial coaches, all fighting for the same kind of client. So we have to start first with our practice, and we have to decide what kind of practice do we want to run so we can then change the profession, because we can't keep copying every practice owner before us, because all we're going to do is create another practice that is broken like the ones before us. So years and years ago, running an accounting firm like that was absolutely fine, but now we have to change the way we do it, and the way to do it is to do it by design. So I'm going to ask you some questions today. We're going to talk about your services. What do you want to spend your time doing? What do you want? Not what does the profession tell you that you have to do. What do you want to do? What kind of accountancy practice do you want to run? And create that kind of practice. It's your business, your rules. So let me ask you some questions, and hopefully this will help you get clarity. So the first thing that we have to look at is, how many hours do you want to work in your practice every single week? All too often I see accountancy practice owners actually work too many hours because they are running their practice the same way that their forefathers did. And we cannot keep doing that. So make a decision. How many hours do you want to work in your practice every single week? You don't want to do 60, 70 or 80. You want to be doing 10, 20, 30, not 60, 70 or 80. And many of you are not designing that kind of practice. How much time do you want to spend doing accounting for your clients? So how much time do you personally, as the practice owner, want to spend doing the books? Get super clear on that. Do you want to be doing this as your job from 9 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock every single day? Or do you not want to be on the accounting side of things at all? Do you want to run the business and have a team do it for you? How much time do you want to spend on compliance work with your practice? Do you want it to be a compliance-based practice? Make that decision, because until you know what you want, you can't design the practice that you truly, truly desire. And how much time do you want to spend on advisory work? Do you want to be doing more advisory and less compliance? And here's the thing, right? Everyone is saying to you, do more advisory. Are you wanting to do more advisory purely because everyone said to you that's the only way you can make money? What is your driver for doing this advisory work? Get super clear on what is your why you're doing this. What would you like your practice to look like? Okay, so there's something that I talk about, which is leveraged advisory. And in Momentum 2.0, we teach leveraged advisory, which is how to actually advise people one-to-many, how to scale the side of your accountancy practice that is still time for money. So everyone out there, all of my peers are saying to you, you have to offer advisory work. The problem with advisory is that it's still one-on-one work. You're still working with one person. It's still time for money. If you spend 2 hours with one person, you're getting paid for the time that you spend with them. So what we're talking about here in Momentum and at Oomph, what we do is we talk about leveraged advisory, which is all about scaling advisory. So it's no longer one-on-one, but one-to-many advisory. And if you're interested in that, comment Momentum below and we can make sure that we get you the details on it. Okay, so how much of your time would you like to offer leveraged advisory? Leveraged advisory is how I run my business. So I am in a very good place to share with you how to do leveraged advisory. How many hours do you want to spend doing admin? Are you working too many hours in the business? Are you in the weeds doing all the admin work as well? Are you spending too much time doing the wrong things on the wrong tasks, the low value tasks, and not thinking about practice growth or thinking about the leveraged advisory side of things? And how many hours do you want to spend on sales and marketing? You probably don't really feel like you want to spend loads of time doing it because it's outside your comfort zone. However, as a practice owner, your job is to get and keep a customer, which equals marketing, getting, keeping, sales. You're constantly having to sell to your current clients. And actually, here's a question for you. Are you marketing and selling to your current clients so that they buy more services from you and you are up leveling the service that you give them, which in turn is up leveling the profession as a whole? And how many hours do you want to work in your practice every week and why? We're going to go back to that first question. How many hours do you want to work in your practice every week and why? Are you working too many hours? So let me know below which one of these questions is like a bit of an aha moment for you. Have you ever sat down and worked out these kind of answers? Have you spent time mapping out what you would really like your practice to look like? So let's go back. How many hours do you want to spend on marketing and sales? Answer that question. How many hours do you want to spend doing admin? What would you like your practice to look like? If you offered leveraged advisory, what would that look like where you're serving people one-to-many? Don't worry about how to do that. I can show you how to do it. The question is, would you like to? If you would like to offer leveraged advisory, then you need to be absolutely going for it because there are early adopters, and if you are an accountant that's an early adopter, you will transform and up-level the profession. You'll be at the front of the, when you have the bell curve, you'll be at the front of the bell curve and you will make a massive impact on people's lives. What about how much time you want to spend on advisory work? Think about that. Compliance work, okay? How much time do you want to spend doing accounting for your clients? Maybe none. Maybe you just don't want to do the accounts. That's where leveraged advisory would be very good for you, okay? How many hours do you want to work in your practice every single week? Get super clear on that. All right, so what do you want to spend your time doing? It's time for you to up-level the profession. It's time for you to actually have a practice by design. Get that right. Get the kind of practice that you personally want to run, your practice, your rules. Get that practice working for you. Have an amazing life and in turn, up-level the profession, and on top of that, you will up-level all the businesses out there. You will change people's lives. All right, I'll catch up with you soon. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.